everyone. Today I am going to be doing my first ever car review on my channel, and the car I chose for this is a green 1992 Nissan Cima, right-hand drive, directly from Japan. So that's pretty cool. This is actually my brother-in-law's car. He loves the looks of the car. He asked me what type of car he can get that's kind of unique and it's not going to be very, it's not going to be kind of like seen everywhere, because he likes being, having something unique and special. So we saw this car online and we purchased it from a broker that deals with, the basically Japanese cars. So he liked it. I like the looks of it. It looks like a Bentley slash, Jaguar. Like, anybody will get it kind of confused if they don't know what they're looking at. So what is this car for? This car is for basically, the older gentleman or, older lady that wants to go to her doctor's appointments in comfort. That, basically you need to go to Publix to pick up, or the supermarket to pick up some Vaseline or some cream for your skin. This is what this car is for. This car is not for anything. This car, what I love about this car is that it's not confused. Like, I don't know what is it about luxury Nissans that they're like kind of confused cars. What I mean by that is, you have a Q45 or Q50 that doesn't know what it is. Example, has paddle shifters. Why do luxury cars need a paddle shifters? Luxury cars don't need paddle shifters. Luxury cars just need something to change your gears with, neutral, reverse, and drive. That's all you really need in a luxury car. This car is not a luxury car, but it's a comfort slash luxury car, minus the leather. That's one thing about this car that I actually like, that it doesn't have leather, because it gives it a unique smell, and I kind of dig the looks. And yeah, this car knows exactly what it is. It's just a comfort car for the older, the person in higher in age. And I love that about this car. It's this car you don't put tints on. This car you don't put tints on. This car you don't put rims on. This car you don't slam it. Even though if you do, it's pretty badass. It looks pretty badass. So when it comes to power and the drivetrain of this car has a nice V8 and is rear-wheel drive. So if you want to change lanes and you're in a hurry, just smash your foot and that V8 will do anything you ask of it. It's a nice V8. It's not extremely loud. It's nice and subtle, and it sounds amazing, which I love. But it's basically like having insurance. It's like, it lets you know you're covered once you smash it, like now. That's nice. That's real nice. Gets you to 120 kilometers. I don't know what that is in miles per hour. Pretty quickly. So I like that. And it sounds great. I love it. Meanwhile, you're driving on the city. Meanwhile, you're driving around town. It doesn't make a peep. It doesn't make a sound. It doesn't bother you with noises. It's nice and simple. So guys, so you can get an idea of the acceleration of the car. I'm gonna go on this. I'm gonna merge real quick here, and I'm gonna smash it when I get a chance real quick. I don't know exactly how many 30 kilometers is, but that's what we're gonna do. So smash. I don't know about you guys, but to me that's pretty decent acceleration. So yeah guys, unfortunately I was having some sound difficulties on this part of the video, and basically what you're looking at is the V8 from the Cima, and as you can see, it has the manifold sideways, though this is a rear-wheel drive car. and I had all my filming equipment on the passenger side, which is the left side on this car. But a real cool feature about this car is basically the carpets are pretty nice and thick. You can see like the Cima emblem on them. The seats in the back actually move forward and back. That's what I found with this switch. You can kind of see it. It's pretty neat. I personally never seen this on a car. I know a Mercedes have it and some Beamers have it. You know, luxury type of cars have it, which is pretty cool. I actually really love the interior of this car. I don't know what fabric it is, but it seems to be pretty sturdy. And I also like the color of this car. It reminds me of my Green Miata, which is pretty cool. So I forgot to open the trunk of this car, but this car has a pretty big trunk. You can put like 2 bodies back there. And actually, while I was videotaping this, I discovered the center console and the back seat has functions. I was pretty surprised about this. It has like climate control. It has for your headphones. It's I didn't even know it had this until today actually, which is sweet. This car kind of surprised me with that feature actually, because I didn't really expect it when I put that down. It was kind of like a surprise. See, a cigarette lighter, the climate vents, probably has some in the bottom too. Your ashtray. I think they shouldn't make cars with ashtrays no more, to be honest. Cars with ashtrays are just incentivizing you to smoke cigarettes. Well, actually, for all you weed smokers, keep the ashtrays. Pretty cool. The thing about this car too is the radio and the sound system. It's pretty crappy, and it doesn't have bass. It's like if it's a grandpa car, which pretty crappy. Even though my brother-in-law has Tupac, records in there, it doesn't have bass at all. I think the speakers have to be changed. I think the tweeters have to be changed or something. Put an amp in there or something, because the sound is totally garbage. It's complete grandpa and mama type of car. Sucks testicles, to be honest. I do love this car being a 92 and having so many electronics. I think it's pretty sweet. That's back when my sister was born. For such an old car, this car's condition is pretty sweet. And I love this car, to be honest. Besides the sound system on this car, I think, the fit and finish of the interior and the exterior is pretty well done. Like really high standards when they built this car from Nissan. What I mentioned earlier, that this car knows what it is basically what I'm referring to is back in the days, Nissan made pretty reliable, decent cars. And, nowadays, Infinitis and Nissans are pretty crappy, to be honest. They have a lot of plastic. They have a lot of, materials that they charge a premium for that are not premium. And, they're not like this car. This car has really nice fit and finish, really well put together, made to last. For example, the headlights on this car are made out of glass. You pop the trunk on this car, it doesn't even pop. It just, you pull the thing and it just you don't feel anything. You go to the hood and it's open. It's just a very well put together car. I love the feel of the car, the fit and finish. Nissan doesn't make cars like this anymore. Even for $50,000 luxury cars, they don't make them like this anymore. It's really hard to find something, made nowadays like this. Everything is more profit oriented. Or it might just be that this car is just made in Japan and they have higher standards altogether, which is pretty awesome, and shows a lot of the company back then compared to today. Oh, Miami's hot. So happy this car has AC, because if not, I'll be dying over here. So yes, guys, now that I've cooled down a little bit, I'm gonna drive down to Brickell. Probably some heavy traffic, and right now I'm gonna take the chance and give you my final thoughts on the car. First, I wanna say that this car is. I love the comfort of this car. I love the looks of the car. I love that it's a V8. I love how it drives. It's not a sports car. It doesn't feel sporty. The steering wheel is numb. The suspension, you really don't know what the front tires are doing at all times. It's kind of like a boat. Like, it reminds me of a Lincoln Town car, but a little bit tighter. So those are the main things I love about the car. I love the sound of the engine and the exhaust. It's a dual tip exhaust, so it's pretty cool. Things I don't like about the car. The things I don't like about this car has nothing to do with the car. It has to do with the age of the car. It has its faults. Like, example, if you don't have the AC running, it makes a clicking sound. It's not like something you're gonna be able to listen, but it makes a clicking sound that could be annoying. That's why you always keep the AC on anyways. That door really doesn't lock all the way unless you do it with the key, which is really annoying. I don't know, all those things are basically just, because of the age of the car, things can go wrong. The overall condition of this car is almost, 10 being the best. This is almost a 9. The paint is good. It has these little tiny spots that are like kind of weathered. But it's a pretty complete car that you could buy. Now, the price of this car. It cost us $7,800 with everything, shipped and everything. So I think that's a pretty decent price for a 45,000 kilometer car. A 92 that's been very well taken care of. No mechanical problems that we could see. It's a nice daily. It's a nice car. You can get up in the mornings, go to your job, go to your dentist appointment, go to your, whatever old people do nowadays, to take care of their health. So it's a pretty good car for that. And for people like my age, we're gonna want to fuck the car up. We're gonna want to mess with the car in a lot of ways. Wheels, tires, sound system, tints, maybe plastic dipping it or wrapping it to make it look even more aggressive or cooler. But this car has a lot of potential. But if I own this car, I will leave it just as is, factory, because it's perfect for getting in the highway, going to where you need to go, getting your things done, and going right back home. So yeah, that's basically my final thoughts on this car. And I do get to drive it, and I do all the maintenance for my brother. So I get to drive this car a lot, and I really love it. Mind you, I do come from a fully gutted, you can hear a rock on the floor type of gutted car. So this is pretty refreshing, especially with this AC and this heat. It is pretty refreshing, literally. Driving this car in Miami is a neck breaker. Everybody looks at you. For some reason, this car has that, it gets people magnetized. It's like a magnet. Everybody has to look at you. Everybody has to break their neck. People put their windows down to tell you how nice the car is. I think this is the type of scenery this car was meant to be driven on. City style, Brickell, Miami style type of environment. I think this car looks at home, feels at home here. Kind of like the upper class in the economy type of situation. So yeah, everyone, if you have any questions about this car, hit me up on my Instagram, Lander917, or just leave me a comment and I'll write back to you guys as soon as I can. So yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe and let me know if you want to see more car reviews.